Good evening and welcome to the finale of the KCR Simulators F4 US Esports Championship. As we have already crowned our champion, but there's still plenty of positions to drive for. We've got awards going for second and third place, and those two positions are very much up for grab. Hi, everybody. I'm John Phippen. I'm the spokesman for the series in real life. Really excited to go racing at Mid-Ohio here coming up this weekend. But I'm joined, as always, in the commentary box by Austin Knight. Hello, Austin.
Howdy, John. It's great to be here for one final time here for the final round of the KCR Simulators F4 US Championship. It is the fan-voted round, and we are here at Watkins, Glen, the classic layout, aka the one without the bus stop chicane, and it's going to give us some absolutely fantastic racing and provide us some fireworks and end out this championship with a bang.
Exactly right. Yeah, it's very much old school. The original Grand Prix layout, not including the inner loop and including the boot, of course, that NASCAR doesn't run when they come here. So this should be an exciting way to finish off the season. Still plenty to play for. The pole award, the season-long SCCA Pro Racing Season Pole Position Award, right now is a tie between Simon Sykes and Muhammad Ibrahim. Muhammad, who has already clinched the championship, can also clinch the pole award if he can notch yet another pole. That would be his third in a row, as he has back-to-back poles at Homestead and at Mid-Ohio. And he was fitness in practice.
And if Muhammad doesn't get the pole, he is still technically leading because of finishing position as well per
Correct.
FIA rules. And I believe we can give him the award right now because Simon Sykes is not in the session.
Exactly right. Simon Sykes would be the only one who could deny him that award, and he's not in the session. So it's basically just for bragging rights for Muhammad right at the moment to get his third pole in a row.
Another award that is up, it is a weekly award, is the Hard Charger Award, which is for every week, but most Hard Charger Awards is for a virtual training session with former champion Dakota Dickerson. But since it's the final round, you are still going to get that training session, but at the track of your choice, just not next week, as next week we are going to be live from Mid-Ohio.
Exactly right. Although
well, as
there's
I say
no
next week, I mean this weekend.
Exactly. Although there's no season-long award for the most positions gained in the KCR Simulators Hard Charger Award, for bragging rights, if nothing else, Kenneth Garcia is the leader in that season-long championship by just about 3 positions right now. But that's very much up for grabs. And as I said, the season points are very close. Quinlan Law, Simon Sykes, who's not racing here this weekend, Victor Anderson and Jack Harrison, all within shouting distance of second and third in the season championship. Second place wins a set of Hankook tires for their F4 car, some Bell helmet accessories, and 50% off a one-time purchase from Sawbelt. Third place gets a 3-month virtual training session from PitFit Training, as well as the Bell helmet accessories, and a 30% one-time purchase discount from Sawbelt. So still plenty to play for second and third, as Muhammad Ibrahim already locking up last week the first place prize, including a test day from Global Racing Group in an FR America's car, an Olumagato watch, and Bell helmet accessories, as well as a Sawbelt balaclava and 50% off a one-time purchase. Ibrahim is your leader right now with the fastest lap, a 139.52. Only 0.08 of a second back is Quinlan Law, the man who is currently second in the championship. Victor Anderson, who's going to be dueling with Law to take over that second spot, currently third. Luboy Vozaretkovskaya having a good run. She's up in the top 5, currently fourth quick in the 46 car. Makai Stevens rounding out the top 5 in the 5 car. In the top 5 positions separated by 0.75 of a second.
And the top time is going to be snatched by Quinlan Law, then snatched again by Victor Anderson, then snatched again by Muhammad Ibrahim, who is still sitting on provisional pole. And you get to see the cars going way off the track right there into that sort of quote, air quote, parking lot. But they get back onto track, and so that doesn't invalidate that. But Muhammad Ibrahim breaking almost breaking the 138 mark, and he's ahead by 0.4 of a second now.
Yeah, that's a bunch. Ibrahim had a really quick lap as they head right down into the outer loop, or turn number 5, without the chicane, and then down into the laces of the boot, which is turn 6, and then they head for the toe of the boot, which is turn 7.
Yeah, the toe is very tricky because it's a banked corner. It's also rising up that hill, and the exit, if you just tap on that grass just a little bit, you're going to lose the back end, and that's going to be a very interesting spot in today's race. Expect some overtakes right there, and then expect a few incidents as well, with people just getting a little bit too antsy on those cold tires. Speaking of trouble areas, the exit of the boot is very close to the wall and could just lead for a very bad time as well.
Ibrahim coming up to complete another lap. We'll see if he can go even quicker. He's knocking on the door of the 138, so 139.04 right now. And across the stripe he goes. No improvement. He'll stay. Nope, yes. I lied. A 138.83. So Ibrahim stretches his lead for the pole by almost half a second. And we've got just about 3 minutes remaining in this qualifying session.
Ibrahim is putting on a masterclass right now, and a way to get a good time here is the draft. Since there's no bus stop chicane, there's not actually a lot of spots for you to slow down and apply the brakes and have some little finesse in the slow corner. It's more like most of this lap, about 90% of it, I would say, you're spent full throttle.
Luboy having to take a little evasive action there. She's still in the top 10, currently 7th quick aboard that number 46 car. Mackay Stevens having a good run, currently in the 4th spot. Victor Anderson at the moment has out-qualified Quinlan Law. He is currently in 2nd.
Oh, coming out of the toe. Big accident, like I said, last lap, a little bit too antsy on the toe. Exit of the toe will lead you with bad times. You can already hear the tires just scrubbing for grip, gets it to the grass, and oh, big hit right there.
No doubt. Just a little bit too wide coming up out of the heel of the boot, and it shot him across track and into the barrier. Dominic Livernoy, the car involved in that.
There was also another car.
Luke Welcome is also off track there.
There was a car that was also spinning around farther up that straight. I'm not sure who that was. I
think it might have been Luke Welcome, but I'm not sure.
I think you're right.
Quinlan Law just turns his quickest lap, a 39.25. He's still a little over 0.4 of a second off the pace set by Muhammad Ibrahim. He looks like he's going to clinch the pole award with gusto here for his 3rd pole in a row.
Yeah, if you ever question Muhammad Ibrahim, I think this is a nail gun straight into the point that he is quick and he knows what he's doing, because he just set another purple sector for sector 2. It's coming up into the toe right now, and I think we're going to see another color, which is probably his favorite color right now, purple again.
Exactly right. Because he's got 1 purple segment, now 2. He's strung 2 purples together as he heads through the last sequence of turns. Through turn 10, heading for turn 11.
Oh, no!
He spins it.
And there's cars oncoming. He gets out of the way, gets towed into the pits, but that is unfortunate for Ibrahim. He's already got the pole by 0.4, but he really wanted to improve that time as the clock strikes 0, and this is ending qualifying right now as we have just a few more cars coming across the line. Quinlan Law, so close but so far away. 0.4, 2nd place. That last lap was a 1:40.557, not even close to his qualifying time. A few other cars finishing out right now. Mackay Stevens He's coming into the toe, and he's leading a car behind him.
Yeah, Mackay's still out there. Enzo Delaney is also still joining us. Enzo, a 12-year-old out of California, a multiple karting champion. Looking forward to aging into racing in the F4 US Championship. Minimum age for drivers in the F4 US Championship in real life is 15 years of age. So a lot of these drivers have their sights set on that. And Enzo raced with us for the first time last weekend and did a real serviceable job. So looking for Enzo. He finished in 4th. So looking for Enzo to continue to improve here this weekend. Across the line,
John.
Mackay Stevens. Go ahead.
Is there a maximum age?
There is not. We do have a master's class for drivers over the age of 35. And there are some special awards that are given to the Masters champion, but no, we have had drivers in their 50s compete in this class.
I'll keep that in note.
There you go. Qualifying has concluded. We still got two more cars out there. Omar Khan in the 90 and Dominic Livernoy in the 8, making their way around to complete their final qualifying laps. Only 18 cars with us this weekend. Our biggest entry was at Homestead, where 26 cars took the green lights, or the red lights going out, I guess, more to the point.
Across the line is Omar Khan and David Livernoy. He's still out there. He's going into the pits right now. And that is qualifying over here for the final round of the KCR Simulators F4 US Championship. And I think it's time to run through the grid.
These drivers will be forming up on the front straightaway. It's a Formula One style standing start for all of our races. And Mohammed Ibrahim and Quinlan Law, who are first and second in the points, will be on the front row. Right behind them, Victor Anderson and Mackay Stevens. I think that's Mackay's best qualifying performance of the year. Alexander Kariba and Frank Mossman in row number 3. Luboy Vozaretkovskaya and Christopher Tarhan in row number 4. Chase Outcalt back with us this weekend with Jack Harrison in row 5. In row 6, Enzo Delaney and Andrew Hewson. In row 7, Aaron Roofs and Dominic Livernoy. Row 8 has Kenneth Garcia, the hard charger leader, and Emerald Hopkins. And Omar Khan and Luke Welcome round out the field in row number 9. You can hear the transmissions clunking into gear as these drivers make ready for the countdown. 5 red lights. They come on at 1 second intervals. And then they go out, and that gets us started. Here come the lights. The final round is about to get underway. There's the green, and we are rolling.
A slow start for it looked like Lou Welcome had a very slow start, but it was a great start for Victor Anderson, and he's down the inside of Quinlan Law right there, but Law went around the outside, used that concrete patch to get ahead of Victor Anderson. Now Anderson and Stevens going side by side. Stevens looking down to the inside of Anderson, but now as they head down onto the back straight, Victor Anderson, he's got the draft of Quinlan Law, but no, Quinlan Law, they're bump drafting now right here, and they're going 3 wide down the back stretch.
There's Stevens in the 5 car on the outside of these two. It's 3 wide down into turn number 5. These guys being very cautious through that very hairy turn, and everybody made it through safely. Mackay
Stevens going down to the inside and into the walls, Victor Anderson.
That's going to put paid to Victor's opportunity to perhaps get up into 2nd spot in the points championship. But Quinlan Law still has to finish this race before that's done. That's Alexander Kariba in the gray number 11, just off of Quinlan Law's rear wing. Frank Mossman right behind him. And Luboy Ozaretkovskaya in number 46 just behind them as they're all lined up. Mohammed Ibrahim already with a 2.5-second lead over now Mackay Stevens, the new 2nd place runner.
Now Mackay Stevens, Victor Anderson, Quinlan Law put up a massive battle. Just look at that, 3 wide through the outer loop as they head into the boot, and that switchback move looks like a little bit of net code for Victor Anderson as he was just had nowhere to go, got onto the grass, It looks like he was kind of pushed over there, but
Yeah, it looked
very
like-
unfortunate for him.
Yeah, it looked like Kariba maybe went a little bit to the right, and that forced 2 wheels off in the grass, and Anderson unfortunately couldn't recover from that. So he'll be working his way back forward, hopefully.
He's currently driving a Formula V car into the pit lane. Hopefully he can have a better race going on forward. 30 minutes to make a move as Clinton Law swings it around the outside and gets a good pass on Mackay Stevens, but Mackay Stevens going down to the inside of the outer loop as they head into the boot now. Mackay Stevens getting his nose ahead, and they make contact, and the wheels are off, and oh no! Somebody call Ozzy Osbourne because the crazy train has left the station.
Quinlan Law and Mackay Stevens get wheels interlocked and off at turn 6. Right there at the laces of the boot. We'll get a replay of it. As there's Mackay Stevens on the right, Quinlan Law you're riding with, and they just have a little contact and into the barrier they go.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. The person who is smiling in his helmet right now or at his computer right now, it is Muhammad Ibrahim now. Insane gap after 2 laps to the cars behind him. 6 seconds. No, 4 seconds.
Yeah, almost 4.5 seconds now over Alexander Kariba. Great battle between Luboy Ozaretkovskaya and Enzo Delaney as they were side by side coming onto the front straightaway. Enzo finishing 4th in his first start with us. Victor Anderson now beginning to work his way back up from the back.
Oh, Luke, welcome.
Yeah,
a lot of damage on that car.
Deranged the rear of that car pretty substantially.
I think he's going to try to limp that car back with 1 wheel of power. Hopefully he can do that before the rest of the field gets there. Let's see what's happened.
Luboy going side by side with Christopher Tarhan and Enzo Delaney as they head down into the laces of the boot and head for the toe. Luboy currently lying in that 5th spot. Enzo just in front of her. As we get a replay of Luke Welcome's spin, and he got a little help.
Oh.
As he got a little nudge from behind. That sent him off at that very high-speed turn.
Oh, I think he actually drove through the inner loop right there to get back into the pits. This is Andrew Hewson going around the outside at the heel of the boot. And Hewson and Chase Ocott. Andrew Hewson makes it lovely move for P7.
This battle's from 4th on back is a wonderful battle. One of the best we've had all season long. As Delaney, Ozaretkovskaya, Tarhan, Hewson, Outcalt, Harrison, and Livernoy all running within 3 seconds of each other. As they're battling for the first position just off the podium. It's Ibrahim by almost 5 seconds, Kariba alone in 2nd, and he's about a second or so in front.
What's happened to Aaron Ruiz as he goes into the pit lane?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is there.
I see some damage on his front wing, but it's not a severe damage.
He may have been the one who nudged into the back of Luke Welcome and did some damage to his car in the process. 3 wide down into turn 5 as they blast through the outer loop. Downhill sweeping.
Oh, Andrew!
Ooh, that was good.
What a save. And oh, right behind him, Hopkins goes hard into the wall.
Emerald Hopkins with trouble. Emerald running in 13th at the time of that incident. We'll get a replay here. That's her on the outside, and she gets collected. As Emerald.
Is that Kenneth Garcia? It was Kenneth Garcia that was on the inside of her.
Kenneth up to 12th position right now. Aaron Roofs, after his incident, has recovered to 13th. Victor Anderson and Quinlan Law are battling for 14th and 15th right now. But Law is some 36 seconds behind Anderson.
And Victor Anderson is still in this race. He's currently sitting 14th right now.
He needs to find 6 points better than Quinlan Law to take over second in the championship. He's pretty much guaranteed to pick up third if he scores any points at all. But remember, only the top 10 finishers score points. 25 for the win, 18 for second, all the way down to a single point for 10th position.
Move over it. Ozeret Skovskaya and Christopher Turan going side by side through the S's, and it's 2 by 2 they go. Tron and Luboy side by side, a little bit of drag racing action here at the Glen. And they're going to keep that position going, but right behind them, Olcock and Harrison having a good battle into the boot.
Some great racing, again, from 4th all the way through 10th, separated by less than 3 seconds. And some great heads-up driving. This has been one of the cleanest races we've had. All of the incidents so far have been relatively minor.
Only one major incident.
We haven't had a big crash like we've had in just about every other race.
Yeah, it's very refreshing to see a very clean race, and sure, there is about half the usual cars we're usually used to seeing. 18 instead of the usual 24 to 28.
You ride with Chase Outcalt as he's chasing Jack Harrison. The leader of the hard charger right now is Enzo Delaney. He has picked up 8 positions from where he qualified. He's currently in the podium positions, running in 3rd.
What a great performance just for his second race.
Exactly.
And at 12 years old, too. Can't wait to see what he brings into the F4 championship when he ages in at 15.
That's Christopher Tarhan dicing with Frank Mossman as they go side by side down into turn number 5. He's going to try to go around the outside. That can be done. But he's going to have to give up a little too much ground.
Nice staying there, though. Rides on the curb. He's got that inside line. Who's going to be last late breakers as they head into the boot? And they make contact, and Luboy gets 1 spot and 2 spots off of it. And I can't believe the luck, but Luboy is still right there. Tron still there as well. And, ooh.
Tarhan may have some front end damage because that was a pretty good side-to-side lick that he took there in the laces of the boot. So Luboy, licking her chops, might have an opportunity to move up yet 1 more spot and get into the top 4.
Get a replay of that on board of Frank Mossman. Oh, it's just a back wheel, catches to the front and sends him into the wall.
Not a big hit, but he's going to have to make a call to the pits for some repairs. Emerald Hopkins now a lap down to the lead of the race. Luke Welcome also not on the lead lap. Meanwhile, at the front, Muhammad Ibrahim with a 9-second lead. He is just putting a spanking on this field here.
The word masterclass comes to mind, but I think that's an understatement of what Muhammad Ibrahim's doing right now. Purple sector, fastest lap, purple sector, purple sector, purple sector. No draft assisted. It looks like he's having a practice session right now. That's how far ahead he is, but right behind him, it is all out chaos. Houston going 3 wide around the outside. Houston up to 6 with Ocott right behind him, and Harrison down onto the inside. Side by side, they go through the outer loop. Andrew Houston at his home track lives just down the road from Watkins Glen, up into 6th place. Wonderful performance from him today.
Chase Outcalt in that gray and red machine. Shuffled back into 8th position, but not for long, as Harrison right there alongside him. Jack Harrison in the 27th. Here comes Victor Anderson on his recovery drive, trying to get into the points. He is currently 12th. He's got to pick up 2 more spots to score any points at all. And he's going to have to pick up 6 more points than Quinlan Law if he's going to take over that 2nd spot. But still plenty of racing left to go. We're only 11 minutes into this 30-minute race. Great battle, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Tarhan leading Ozaretkovskaya by about 0.2 of a second. We ride with Tarhan. That's Luboy right over his back wing. And she takes it right out to the edge of the Gators' teeth, coming onto the front straightaway. Christopher Tarhan.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Personal bests on that last lap.
Luke Welcome going way off the track, and he's sporting it's a very colorful helmet. Well, he just gets onto the curb of the penultimate corner, going into the gravel trap. Oh, almost a collision happening right there, and Luke is going to go into pit lane.
Christopher Tarhan with this great battle with Ozaretkovskaya. Just in front of them is Enzo Delaney, the third place runner. So this battle we're watching between the red and white car of Tarhan and the turquoise car of Ozaretkovskaya for fourth and fifth position. But Enzo Delaney is only about a second in front of them. So a podium spot is still very much in the offing. They are lapping faster than Delaney by almost half a second. So they're going to catch it before too much longer if things stay the way they are.
Yeah, they definitely stay the same. That draft is going to make this a three-way fight, and it's going to be absolutely delicious to watch as they're just getting closer and closer turn by turn, and I think we're going to have a three-way fight going down the back straight very soon.
In fact, Alexander Kariba is only 2.5 seconds in front of Delaney. So we've got a three-way fight right now as Tarhan and Ozaretkovskaya have caught Enzo Delaney. And he's only got 2 seconds to make up to get to Alexander Kariba in second. Mohamed Ibrahim is in a separate zip code. He's 11 seconds out in front of this battle. But we're going to have a four-way battle starting at second here in just a moment's time. Kariba lapping a little bit slower than the cars behind as they're taking advantage of that multi-car draft as Delaney, Tarhan, and Ozaretkovskaya all set personal bests on that last lap.
Now let's ride on board with Luboy as she slingshot engaged out of the draft of Tron and back into the draft of Enzo Delaney as Luboy jumps up into fourth. But down to the inside comes Christopher Tron. They're going to go side by side through the outer loop, get very close to each other on the exit as they head into the boot, but Luboy jumps up into fourth.
She makes that pass stick. Now let's see if she's got anything for young Enzo Delaney. You can see him just up in front as they work their way through the toe of the boot. Out of the heel now, making their way up into turn 9.
Christopher looking down to the inside. Oh, well, he showed his nose right there, but wasn't making the move. Very nicely played by both drivers, keeping it clean and simple. Very wide for Christopher. See the car getting very loose.
Yeah, missed the apex by a pretty good margin there.
Oh. Kenneth Garcia spun it out of the toe.
Out of 11th position. Get a replay. That's been a tricky spot. Yeah, that's been a tricky spot for a lot of these drivers coming out of the heel of the boot.
He kept it out of the wall, though, so that is preserving the car and his spot right now as Luboy and Christopher going very wide. And now Christopher is in the hot seat, and he's in the draft as they go through the SS. Christopher looking for the outside line now, and once again, we got a drag race for fourth between Luboy and Christopher.
Heading down into turn number 5.
They're touching.
That was so close.
Oh, these two are just fighting tooth and nail right now. Luboy has the outside line heading into the boot, but Christopher slams it down into the apex, and now Luboy on the switchback has the outside line. Ooh, nice block by Christopher, just placing his car down to the inside as they head into the toe, and Christopher sitting in fourth ahead of Luboy. And this fighting is allowing Andrew Houston to come up into this battle.
Kudos to Marco Barbanera for these fantastic images of this great battle. As we ride with Andrew Houston as he's closing up on the back of Luboy Ozaretkovskaya.
Another battle we have is Victor Anderson and Kenneth Garcia. Kenneth spun in this corner. Last lap of Victor Anderson chasing down those precious points he needs to secure third and maybe jump up into second.
Yeah, he's going to need at least 2 points. He'll have to finish at least 9th to take over third spot from Simon Sykes, who's not racing here this weekend. And if he can find
Omar Khan, 10th place, into the wall.
That's going to help Victor Anderson move him up 1 more spot. As we get a replay of
running
Omar.
in 9th right there and hard into the wall.
We head back to this great battle between Tarhan, Ozaretkovskaya, Houston, and Harrison. They are just that close together. Jack Harrison's maybe a second and a third behind that 3-way battle with Tarhan, Ozaretkovskaya, and Houston. We ride with Victor Anderson, who's currently in 12th spot, trying to get around Kenneth Garcia and pick up 11th, 1 spot away from scoring points.
He had a big lift going through the S's. He really wants that inside line, and he's going to take it. And Omar Khan has stayed out. A point is up for grabs, and Victor Anderson sees it. Omar Khan is being caught up like Speedy Gonzalez versus Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's running without a front wing, so he has got serious understeer in that car. And there goes Anderson around him. Garcia won't be far behind. As Omar Khan, a bit of a sitting duck here.
1 point now separates Victor Anderson and Simon Sykes in the battle for third overall in the championship. It's just Victor Anderson has to close in on Dominic Livernoy, who is way up the road from him.
Yeah, almost 30 seconds out in front. So that's going to be a tall order unless somebody in front of him falls out. Anderson may have been as high as he's going to get.
We got this great 3-way battle between Tron, Luboev, and Andrew Houston. And Luboev got free of the draft, but is not committing on the overtake. She actually lifted and let Christopher hold that position. I think she's banking on Andrew catching them. And back behind him, Jack Harrison looking down to the inside, but Okot swings it around the outside and shuts the door to keep 7th.
Chase Outcall doing his best to hang on to that 7th spot. The 27 car of Jack Harrison giving chase just behind. There's Tarhan, Ozaretkovskaya as they head down into the heel of the boot.
What's happening up there?
That's
Enzo
Enzo.
Delaney.
That's the 3rd place runner, and I think Christopher
second
Tarhan
place?
is just Enzo's running 3rd.
Oh, Luke Welcome, the lap car, getting into a little scrap with Enzo Delaney, and now we have a 4-car fight for the final podium spot.
And Alexander Kariba's only about 2 seconds in front of him, so this is still very much doable.
What is Luke doing? I don't know what Luke's doing, but he's causing an absolute cluster behind him going into the S's.
He's making that car a little bit too wide to be
He's a lap
going
down.
a lap down. Yeah, exactly.
2 laps down. And now we got pack racing here at the Glen. Luke Welcome is still blocking in. I'm pretty sure he shouldn't be doing that. And now we got cars going 3 wide through the outer loop. Delaney, Tron, Ozaretkovskaya, and Houston.
Finally, they get around Welcome.
No. Luboev gets collected by Luke Welcome right there and drops down the order. Andrew Houston got through there cleanly. He moves up into 6th place, but that is unexcusable.
Just unfortunate. Yeah. So that shuffles things up just a bit. Enzo Delaney hangs on to 3rd spot. Then Tarhan. Chase Outcalt now up into 5th. Andrew Houston in 6th. Outcalt, one of the quickest cars on the track. He just set his personal best at a 39.6. Just about everybody else, with the exception of Muhammad Ibrahim, lapping in the 140s or higher. So Chase Outcall might have something to say about a podium finish here.
Yeah, Chase is looking very nice as we're looking at what's caused Enzo and Luke this little kerfuffle right there, and it looks like Enzo and Luke are, whoa. All right. Some I'm not gonna say any words on that.
There you go.
That's some scrappy right there.
There you go. Replay once again of Luboev getting in trouble as we ride with Luke Welcome down to the inside, and just a little nerf there for the Lithuanian driver.
Now Christopher and Enzo Delaney going side by side for the last podium spot. Little bit of a wiggle from Enzo. He's holding around the outside. Christopher down to the inside. Keeps third place, and they're being chased by Chase.
Chase Outcalt running slightly quicker than those two. Alexander Kariba beginning to pick up the pace just a touch to stay out in front of this battle by about 3.5 seconds.
And
Victor Anderson running ninth, and that's where he needs to be to get 2 points. That would tie him with Simon Sykes.
And I think just by races competed in and finishing position, Mike Stevens hard into the wall.
Mackay running as high as third early in this race, but that just came a croppers as Tarhan and Delaney continue their battle. That's for the final step on the podium. Chase Outcalt trying to close down on them as we've got just about 6.5 minutes remaining in this 30-minute race. Tarhan in the red and white car. Delaney just behind him on the 174. Delaney gets a great run through the S's, taking advantage of the draft, and that pulls him alongside now as they make this long back straight run toward the outer loop. Delaney in front by just about half a car length, but not enough that he can pull in front of Tarhan. There's Enzo. Looking out the back of Christopher Tarhan's car. Oh, what a brave move. Enzo Delaney late on the brakes.
He snuck it in there.
Chute. Yeah, exactly. Into the laces of the boot.
And this is the fight for third. The more they battle, the closer Chase Outcall and Andrew Houston and Jack Harrison are to catching up with them as they have a three-way fight for 5th place behind.
Delaney back in that position, comes out of the heel of the boot on his way toward turn number 9.
Late apex.
Touching the rev limiter as he comes off that turn. Now onto the final turn, onto the front straightaway. Comes this battle for the final step on the podium. Tarhan up 4 spots from where he qualified. Delaney still your hard charger leader with 8 positions made up. Luboev trying to recover after she got nerfed off a few laps ago as she works her way around Kenneth Garcia up into 11th spot. She's 1 point out of the 1 position out of the points as we ride on the nose of Christopher Tarhan's car, chasing down Enzo Delaney on the back straight, side by side once again. These two just can't get away from each other. Their times are virtually identical.
The spec high downforce package that both these guys are running makes pulling away from the draft nearly impossible, especially at a circuit as fast as this. You need pretty much just outlandish pace and a little bit of mistake from the other guy to start pulling away, because that draft is absolutely insane here as Tron and Delaney still battling it out. And a very entertaining battle for 3rd place right now as we ride on board with Enzo.
And right behind them, Chase Outcalled and Andrew Houston locked in a battle of their own for 5th and 6th. And they've closed to within a second of this battle. So as we're coming up into the final 5 minutes of this race, we may well have a 4-way battle for the final step on the box. Delaney onto the front straightaway as they cross the stripe. Getting a good run, getting a good draft down into turn one. Late breaks, thought about stuffing it down in there, but maintains his position. That's outcalled, and the other red car just behind them. Just climbing the hill through the S's. Tarhan with the advantage, but Delaney gets such a great run through the S's. And once again, he's going to be able to draft by Christopher Tarhan and take over that third spot, for the moment at least. As he takes the inside line, Tarhan tries to go around the outside, but Delaney's going to have a little better exit speed as they head down into the laces of the boot. Delaney still with the advantage. Tarhan about 2 car lengths back as they head for the toe. Tarhan gets a good run right down to the apex. Delaney goes just a little bit wide, missing the apex there. And that's going to be giving Tarhan a bit of a run now as they make their way toward the heel of the boot. Two laps remaining in this one. As
it's
our leader.
A four-way fight for third, but Mohammed Ibrahim, he comes across the line in a, well, I believe he is down on Main Street right now. 17 seconds clear of the field, and side around is Jack Harrison.
Yep, that's a spin out of 8th spot. That's going to give Victor Anderson a chance for one more position. He was 27 seconds behind Harrison at the time of that spin. So we'll see if Anderson, in the closing 2 laps here, can make up enough ground to pick up that one more position.
And then Jack's carrying on, but with some front wing damage as it's battle for third between Delaney, Trahan, Ocalt, and Houston. Enzo has pulled out a little bit of a gap, half a second ahead of Christopher and the field.
Enzo saving something for the end here, just what he needs to hang on to that third spot. He finished 4th in his first race with us last weekend. Up 1 spot from there if he makes it onto the podium. Delaney, Tarhan, Outcalt, and Houston, all about evenly spaced. 2 seconds, a little more, separates the 4 of them as we're going to be coming up to the final lap of the race. There's Mohammed Ibrahim making his way onto the front straightaway. 17 seconds to the good as he will see the white flag this time across the line. 1 lap to go. Let's follow this battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Kariba is pretty comfortable, about 3 seconds out in front of Enzo Delaney. There's Kariba just now making it through the final turn. But it looks like Outcalt and Delaney are in the battle right now. Enzo has pulled away. Outcalt and Tarhan are now duking it out for 4th position.
Now Enzo is showing that young pace that he has, and now Outcalt and Trahan are going to have themselves one heck of a last lap battle, and Andrew Houston is licking his lips because he can definitely charge up onto these two and might be banking on an incident between these two. Because if they get into an incident, Andrew Houston will be tied for the Hard Charger Award this race. And now Outcalt and Tron going side by side on the last lap. Through the outer loop they go, and Christopher swings it very wide and gets it done.
Tarhan takes over that 4th spot, but Outcalt is not done, and Houston right there with him as a 3-way battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th plays out here on the final lap. Tarhan still with the advantage over Outcalt.
Sherry's having a little bit of sliding. Here comes Andrew Houston out of toe and into the heel they go. Houston down onto the inside. He's got his nose into the heel. Houston sends it, and he gets it for 5th place and taking the win. It is Mohammed Ibrahim.
Our third win in a row from the pole as he puts an exclamation point on the championship. This battle is not done as side by side go Houston and Outcalt. They're still not done. That's Houston in the green car, and it looks like he might
Oh
have
my goodness, what a move by Andrew Houston, kissing the wall to take 5th in the final quarter. Wow.
What a fantastic finish.
Let's ride on board with Andrew that last lap. Here he is. He got the speed coming out of toe, and he absolutely sent it into heel. Side by side they go, and a lovely move to secure 5th place. And we just see Chase going for that wider line, late apex to get the speed. And I want to see this move that Chase did to just challenge for 5th right here, holding down that inside. They get so close, almost kiss wheels right there. And then Andrew, no holds barred, using every bit of the track to get 5th right back. What a last lap battle between those two drivers.
Fantastic race. What a great fitting finish for the KCR Simulators F4 US Esports Championship, as Muhammad Ibrahim taking his 3rd win on the season. He has not finished below 2nd in any race in the 5 races. He has 2 wins, now 3 wins and 2 seconds. And that has put him into the championship lead. Alexander Kariba in kind of a lonely 2nd spot, almost 5 seconds behind. Ahead of, should we say, that battle behind. Enzo Delaney in only his 2nd race with us, up into 3rd on the podium for the first time. Christopher Tarhan, Andrew Houston, Chase Outcalt. You almost want to give the trophy to all 3 of them after some great battling all race long. Dominic Livernoy recovers for a 7th place finish. Jack Harrison comes home in 8th. Victor Anderson now tied with Simon Sykes based on his 9th place finish. And Aaron Roofs takes the final points playing position, the Savvy Ninja. Luboy Vozaredkovskaya robbed of a chance for a top 5 finish by that collision at about the 3/4 stage, but recovers for an 11th place spot. Kenneth Garcia, Quinlan Law, and Omar Khan in 12th through 14th. Emerald Hopkins comes home in 15th. Mackay Stevens, after running near the front, ends up 6 laps down. Luke Welcome and Frank Mossman round out the 18-car field.
It certainly was a way to end off the season with a insane multi-car battle for the final podium spot, and just a very great 3rd place all the way down to 10th place. It was just beautiful to watch, and I believe it's time for the last interviews of the seasons, and I do believe we have Muhammad with us right now.
Muhammad Ibrahim, congratulations, your 3rd win on the season. You haven't finished lower than 2nd in any of the 5 races. You have put your stamp on this championship, young man. Well done. Don't know if we have Muhammad or not. Muhammad,
yeah, hello everyone, how are you? Hello everyone, how are you?
Muhammad. Congratulations.
Yeah,
you really put your stamp on this championship. That was a dominant win with almost 18 seconds to the good. And you definitely made it clear who the champion of this series is. Well done for your 3rd win on a row. You didn't finish below 2nd at any point in the season. That's really a dominant win, and congratulations to you. Well done.
Yes, thank you so much. How are you all? And it's really good win. It's like quite a nice win. It's quite comfortable. And this track, I really like this track actually. This is one of my favorite tracks. So it's really nice to win on this track, and it's really nice to win the championship as well.
Indeed. I know that there was just a tiny bit of controversy after the race last weekend at Mid-Ohio because you were penalized for a move in response. But nonetheless, you still came home 2nd in that race in the official standings. But there's no doubt who the champion of this series is, as you have definitely pulled away in the closing stages with 3 consecutive victories.
Yeah, it was really nice to win. Actually, all these, I just learned like Homestead, Miami, Mid-Ohio, and I think Indianapolis were all new to me. So they were really nice tracks to learn. It was really fun tracks. I really enjoyed the series. I would really like to thank everyone, the commentators, the AMI, KCR Simulators for organizing this event. It's really nice. Thank you so much.
And congratulations on winning the test day from Global Racing Group in an FR America's car. That should be great fun. And of course, that's the beautiful Omologato watch, the Bell helmet accessories, and Sawbelt has a brand new balaclava for you, as well as a 50% off one-time purchase for anything from the Sawbelt inventory. So thanks to all of the sponsors for making that happen, and enjoy that test day in the FR America's car.
Yes, thank you so much. I would like to thank whoever's sponsoring this. It is really nice. It really makes championship much bigger. If without these sponsors, it would be really small. And this championship is only down to the sponsors and the commentators. So I would like to thank you so much.
Thank you, Mohammed, and congratulations once again. Well done.
Thank you. Bye.
Heading to our second place finisher, Alexander Kariba. That's going to be his best finish on the season. Alexander, congratulations. Well done. You kept yourself in contention throughout the race and were able to pull away from a really pretty tightly pitched battle behind you. I don't know if you saw those guys coming, but well done to maintain second spot.
Well, thank you so much, John. I mean, that was stressful towards the end there because I could feel the degradation coming in, and I was having to move the bias towards the front. But, man, we finally got out of podium of this series. I was new to iRacing when I first jumped into the second round at Barber. I probably had iRacing for about a week, and then I jumped into this series. So really good way to cap it off here at the finale at Watkins Glen. And, yeah, I couldn't be more happy.
Yeah, after some back-to-back points-paying finishes at both Homestead and Mid-Ohio, you definitely had it come good for you. And with that second-place finish, congratulations. Well done.
Well, thank you so much, John. And I just want to thank Champion Auto Lift and Swindell Speed Lab for giving me the opportunity to be able to do this. And thank you guys so much as well for putting on the series. It's been so much fun.
Great deal. Okay, Alexander Kariba, your second place finisher today. Well done, Alexander. As we wait for our third place finisher, young Enzo Delaney, who up one spot from where he finished last weekend at Mid-Ohio, and on to the box in only his second start with us. Enzo, fantastic drive. Man, what a great battle you and Christopher had all race long, and you were able to come through with the podium finish in only your second race with us in the KCR Simulators F4 US Esports Championship. Well done.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this championship these two races has been really fun for me. We were battling for third. I was catching up to second until this lapper, I didn't know what he was doing. He was blocking all over the place, which slowed me down into Christopher. And then, yeah, we had a good battle until the last few laps. I pulled away and, yeah, finished third.
Yeah, congratulations on a great drive, and we hope to see you in one of these cars in real life in a couple years. I know you've got to age up a couple years before you're eligible, but you're what, 12 years old now? Is that what I understand?
Yeah, I'm 12 years old. I'm planning on testing this year, and I'll be racing as soon as possible on F4.
Fantastic. Well, good luck as you continue in your karting career, and congratulations on a podium finish and only your second start with us. Well done.
Thank you very much.
That's Enzo Delaney, our third place finisher, as we are setting the sun, or putting the sun into the western sky for the KCR Simulators F4 US Esports Championship. I'm so pleased to have been asked to be a part of this, and thanks to Austin Knight and especially Marco Barbanera for these wonderful images. It's just been a real pleasure for me to get my feet wet in iRacing for the first time. This is my first opportunity to call iRacing events, and it has definitely been a pleasure. But we get to start racing in real life, as tomorrow the load-in will begin at my home track, the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, for the first races of the season, the delayed first races of the season for both the F4 US Championship powered by Honda and the Formula Regional Americas Championship, also powered by Honda. And be sure to check out, if you're not able to join us at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, be sure to check out the fan racing stream, which will be available at no charge for all four of the races to be contested up at Mid-Ohio this weekend. So on behalf of Austin Knight and Marco Barbanera, I'll say goodnight. Thank you so much for being with us. And if you're in the neighborhood, come join us at Mid-Ohio this weekend. Be safe, be well.